Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Government House. My name is Hugh Borum, and I'm the Governor's Official Secretary, and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies for today. Today is the third of 5 ceremonies to present Australia Day honours, most of which were announced on the Australia Day holiday earlier this year. As we start, could I please ask you to turn your mobile phones to silent? We do ask there's no photography during the ceremony. There is an official photographer, and you're welcome to take photographs after the ceremony, either in here or anywhere else in the House. The ceremony is being live streamed and will be on our website from this afternoon as an archive, so you can watch it or show it to family and friends who couldn't be here. Before we start, can I ask you to join me, please, in thanking the band of the 1027th Battalion Royal South Australia Regiment. I will now announce the official party for today. They are the Honourable Katrine Hilliard, representing the Premier of South Australia, the Honourable Michelle Lensink, representing the Leader of the Opposition, Commodore Grant McLennan, Director General, Naval Construction Branch, Royal Australian Navy, Lieutenant Colonel Darren Tyson, representing the Army Area Representative, South Australia, Air Commodore Margot Forster, representing the Senior Australian Defence Force Officer, Edinburgh, Chief Superintendent Steve Howard, representing the Commissioner of Police, and Ms Cathy Chong, representing the South Order of Australia Association. If you're able, I ask you now please to be upstanding for the arrival of Her Excellency the Governor and Mr Bunton, and to remain standing for the playing of the Vice-Regal Salute.
Please be seated, everyone. I'm going to start in the way I always do on Kaurna country with an acknowledgement in language. Kaurna, bogana ailia, Kaurna miana ailia, yaitcha miana ailia kumatana yartananku. Nyatuna tampandi, Kaurna miana, yaitchi atamatana, pokininanku, yalaka, takaricha. I acknowledge and pay my respects to Aboriginal people, whether from Kaurna country or other lands and regions, and I also acknowledge the Kaurna as the traditional owners from the past, today and into the future. It's Rod's and my great pleasure to welcome you all here this morning for this very special ceremony. We know some of you have been regulars at Government House over the years. I think some of you, one of our recipients today, may first have come here as a Queen Scout in 1951, so welcome back. But there are others of you who we know haven't been before, and we want you to feel that this is very much a house for all South Australians, and certainly a place where you can feel comfortable and ideally have a sense of belonging. I want to start by congratulating those I'm about to invest with their awards announced in the Australia Day Honours List this year. It must seem like a very long time since Australia Day. There's a lot of waiting involved in all of this. There's a degree of formality about it, but I really hope that you will be able to relax and enjoy it too. And for those of you in the front sections, you are here to support a particular person, but in the course of the morning, you'll also hear what others have done, and I think that can be a bit of an eye-opener as well too. Australia are made really for outstanding service or exceptional achievement. As a community, we acknowledge things that are outstanding, often through the presence of, in this case, a minister and a shadow minister, through Defence and SAPOL leaders. I think I heard Cathy Chong's name mentioned, Cathy Chong AM. She's here representing the Chair of the Order of Australia Association in South Australia. I encourage you to get to know Cathy later. It's extraordinary too because the people I'm about to invest have not sought recognition. They are there because someone, a fellow Australian, chose to nominate them. And I really would like to encourage you all If you haven't been to one of these ceremonies before, by the end of it, you'll understand exactly how it works. And as you walk out, I'd like you to have in your mind the thought about who you are going to nominate or who you are going to encourage someone else to nominate. A final word to recipients. I do very strongly encourage you to wear your insignia. I have a pin that I wear for everyday use, except if I'm in the garden. I have this for special occasions, and I have some miniatures that I wear on those, well, I was going to say relatively rare for the whole community, but a bit more frequent for me, evening dinner, formal dinner occasions where miniatures are required. So please, if you're not sure what you wear when, don't hesitate to ask Government House staff. Once you're on top of all of that, I expect to see you out and about wearing them. And I will comment and I'll say, excellent to see you wearing your insignia. All right, with all of that, Official Secretary, let's get on with it.
Your Excellency, the following recipients have been appointed members in the General Division of the Order of Australia. Associate Professor Robert Joseph Bors is recognised for significant service to orthopaedics and trauma care as a clinician and administrator. After graduating in medicine in 1964, Associate Professor Bors built a distinguished career in South Australia, combining surgical excellence with a deep commitment to system reform and collaboration. His leadership was instrumental in establishing unified orthopaedic services and advancing research. In 1983, he was appointed the first director of the Department of Orthopaedics and Trauma at the Royal Adelaide. He helped establish the Adelaide Bone and Joint Research Foundation and is a former president of the Australian Orthopaedic Association. Associate Professor Bors also made an enduring international contribution to orthopaedics, particularly in Myanmar. Over more than 4 decades, he led training, partnerships and capacity building initiatives that brought over 100 health professionals to Australia and helped transform clinical practice across multiple specialties. He also travelled to Myanmar 25 times, his work facilitating long-term improvements in areas such as renal transplantation, trauma care and surgical education. A generous mentor and collaborator, Associate Professor Bors is known for his belief in teamwork and his commitment to family and community. Associate Professor Robert Joseph Bors. Ms. Tanya Hosch is recognised for significant service to the community through social policy and as an advocate for diversity and inclusion. A Torres Strait Islander woman born and raised in Adelaide, Ms. Hosch has spent 3 decades as one of Australia's most resolute and effective advocates for First Nations rights and social inclusion. Early in her public service career, she undertook a placement at the Australian Human Rights Commission shortly after the publication of the Bringing Them Home report. That experience set the course of her life's work. From there, she became one of the architects of the national push for constitutional recognition of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, serving as Joint Campaign Director of the Recognise movement. In August 2016, she made history as the first Indigenous person and second woman appointed to the AFL executive. For nearly 9 years, she used that platform to drive genuine change. A landmark apology to Adam Goodes, the first statue of an Indigenous player, updated vilification laws, and an industry-first gender diversity policy. In 2023, Ms. Hosch rose from a wheelchair just 2 weeks after having her lower right leg amputated to speak at the Voice to Parliament referendum campaign. Ms. Tanya Hosch. Dr. Leon Pitchon is recognised for significant service to medicine as a plastic surgeon and to the arts through philanthropy. Dr. Pitchon has made a distinguished and lasting contribution to healthcare in South Australia across clinical care, medical advancement, and the wider community. After completing specialist training in the United Kingdom, he returned to Adelaide to co-establish and lead the state's first burns unit at the Royal Adelaide. This vital service improved outcomes for patients with severe and life-threatening injuries and strengthened specialised care in the state. Over many decades as honorary and senior visiting plastic surgeon at both the Royal Adelaide and the Women and Children's, Dr. Pitchon demonstrated exceptional surgical expertise and a strong commitment to patient-centred care. He has also made significant contribution to the arts through philanthropy and advocacy, supporting organisations including the Art Gallery of South Australia, the Adelaide Festival Centre, and the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra. Through dedicated funds and spaces established in honour of his late wife, Dr. Gil Pitchon has helped ensure ongoing support for artistic excellence, accessibility, and cultural life in South Australia. Dr. Leon Pitchon. Your Excellency, the following recipients have been awarded a medal in the General Division of the Order of Australia. Mr. Alan Daniel Burns is recognised for service to the community through emergency response organisations. Exceptional service and commitment have defined Mr. Burns' 5 decades of dedication to both St John Ambulance and the wider community. This has encompassed an enormous range of operational, leadership and support roles across metropolitan, regional and remote areas. Mr. Burns, who has performed thousands of volunteer hours at community events, emergency responses and other operations, is recognised for his commitment to training and capability development. He has played a significant role in developing generations of volunteers, helping to ensure high standards of care, professionalism and preparedness across St John Ambulance. In 2015, he was appointed an Officer of the Most Venerable Order of the Hospital of St John and most recently received the Ultra-Long Service Medal of the Order for 50 years of service. Mr. Burns also volunteered at the Sydney Olympic Games, receiving an Olympic First Aid badge. His record reflects not only longevity, but sustained excellence, leadership and quiet dedication. Mr. Alan Daniel Burns. Dr. Peter Roy Clemens is recognised for service to conservation and the environment and to medical science. For 11 years, Dr. Clemens has been president of Wombats SA. He first started volunteering with Wombats SA as a child when he would accompany his parents, nature photographers and conservationists on a trip to Murunda Reserve, a sanctuary for wombats near Blanchetown. Dr. Clemens has a deep understanding of the southern hairy-nosed wombat, our state's fauna emblem. He continues spending time at Murunda, monitoring wombat populations, coordinating volunteers, undertaking ranger duties, weeding and running stargazing evenings. With a PhD in chemistry, Dr. Clemens is well regarded for his work and contributions to science and is known for his engaging presentations and writings. Following retirement from the Women's and Children's Hospital, he served as a visiting research fellow at the Waite Institute. Dr. Clemens is also recognised for life membership of Urban Ecology Australia and his contributions in leadership and advisory roles for several medical professional societies and associations. Dr. Peter Roy Clements. Mrs. Kay Collas is recognised for service to the Anglican Church of Australia and to education. A lifelong association with the Anglican Church and Anglican education have been central to Mrs. Collas's career and contributions to community life. From her time as a student at St Peter's Girls' School in the 1950s through to a long career as a teacher and a volunteer at several schools in Adelaide and the South East, her service has had a considerable impact on multiple generations of young people. Her contributions to church communities in the parishes where her late husband, the Venerable John Collas, undertook leadership roles continues to be fondly remembered. For many years, the St Peter's Cathedral has been Mrs. Collas's spiritual home and a contribution extending across the entire range of its activities, from Sunday worship to weekday welcoming, volunteering as an historical and theology tour guide, and serving many terms on council and its committees. A Dame of Honour of the Knights Hospitaller South Australian Priory, she is also recognised for her fundraising efforts for the Mary Potter Hospice. Mrs. Kay Collas. Mr. Apostolos Gaganis is recognised for service to the community and to the Australian food industry. In 1971, Mr. Gaganis founded Gaganis Brothers in Hindmarsh, one of Adelaide's best-known and loved food suppliers. Mr. Gaganis has grown the business from a small migrant-run warehouse into a major national warehouse wholesaler, supplying retail and trade sectors across Australia. He has built extensive international sourcing networks across Europe, Asia, the Americas and the Middle East, while also supporting Australian primary producers through supply chains in flour, legumes, dairy and honey. His leadership has strengthened local manufacturing through on-site production and investment in modern processing and packaging. Guided by his belief that no one should go hungry, Mr. Gaganis has provided bulk food from his warehouse to newly arrived migrant and refugee families, helping them prepare their own meals with dignity. He has also made a sustained contribution to community well-being through Hands-On SA, now MOBO, supporting employment pathways for people with disabilities. He has also contributed to schools, food rescue organisations, bushfire recovery and other charitable initiatives. Mr. Apostolos Gaganis. Mr. David John Jarman is recognised for service to history preservation and to the community of Marion. For more than 40 years, Mr. Jarman has contributed to preserving the history of Marion and strengthening community life through education, heritage and civic service. Through his work with the Marion Heritage Walk, Historic Village Museum and Marion Heritage Research Centre, he has collected and documented stories, photographs and memories from long-time residents. Mr. Jarman's research and publications have created a lasting record of the city's past, preserving local identity and strengthening community understanding. Mr. Jarman served at Westminster School for more than 4 decades, teaching geography, history and music, and shaping the educational experience of generations of students. He established the school's instrumental band and music program, expanding opportunities for creative development and participation, and served as head of geography and Clark House, providing academic leadership and strong pastoral care. Through service with the Rotary Club of Marion and Rotary District 9520, he has supported youth leadership, scholarships and community programs, strengthening connection and civic participation. Mr. David John Jarman. Ms. Margaret Mickan is recognised for service to the Indigenous communities of the Northern Territory and the Kimberley. For more than 30 years, Ms. Mickan has contributed to the preservation of Indigenous languages in Northern Australia, strengthened community-led education, and helped to improve access to language resources vital to cultural identity and communication. A committed translator since 1984, Ms. Mickan worked alongside Indigenous communities in Northern Australia to support the development, translation, and use of Creole language resources. Her work includes a key role in the Creole Bible Translation Project, a 30-year collaborative undertaking involving around 100 translators, which resulted in the dedication of the first complete Bible in an Australian Aboriginal language. Throughout the project, Ms. Mickan consistently emphasised the central role of Indigenous Creole speakers, recognising their leadership and ownership in translating, reviewing, and shaping both content and design. Her work has included literacy training, translation support across Northern Australia and Papua New Guinea, and contributions to academic and policy discussions on Indigenous language use in education, including Creole in Kimberley schools. Ms. Margaret Mickan. Mr. David George Milne is recognised for service to the community through a range of organisations. For more than 50 years, Mr. Milne has served the Mitcham community with dedication, making a personal contribution to the arts, community service and support for vulnerable people. Since 2013, he has volunteered with Meals on Wheels Mitcham as a driver and deliverer, former volunteer coordinator, committee member, and current leader of the Choices team, providing essential assistance to older and socially isolated residents. Mr. Milne had led Gallery 1, Mitcham Village Arts and Crafts, since 2019, following earlier service as treasurer and a long-standing volunteer since 2013. Under his leadership, Mr. Milne strengthened governance, supported financial stability, and helped maintain the gallery as a vibrant and accessible cultural hub for the local community. Mr. Milne's broader service includes roles as Treasurer of the Royal South Australian Society of Arts, a community bus driver and events volunteer with the Mitcham Council, and a home tutor with TAFE SA. Alongside earlier roles supporting young people and individuals experiencing homelessness, Mr. Milne's contribution has strengthened community connection and well-being. Mr. David George Milne. Mr. Paul Bernhardt Otto is recognised for service to the community through a range of charitable organisations. As the founder of All Kids, Mr. Otto is dedicated to providing schooling to disadvantaged children in rural Cambodia, putting into action the organisation's mantra that all kids have the right to education. Spending several months a year in Cambodia, Mr. Otto is helping to break the cycle where a quarter of the local children in the coastal commune of Rim don't attend school. The program aims to have as many children as possible complete their secondary schooling. He is also recognised for his steadfast service to the Australia-Cambodia Foundation as a board member and as a volunteer for the Sunrise Children's Villages, where he supervised major building works, and as project manager for the Centre for HIV-affected orphans. With a background in South Australia as an environmental tourism operator, he was the founder of Murray River Educational Nature Tours and convener of the Illawonga Camp, an environmental education program. In 2010, Mr. Otto was awarded the Medal of Cambodia. Mr. Paul Bernhardt Otto. Mr. Peter Charles Wallace is recognised for service to community health. Mr. Wallace has demonstrated distinguished leadership in public health, advancing cardiovascular awareness and improving health outcomes for Australians. As Chief Executive Officer of the National Heart Foundation of Australia, and previously as Executive Director of its South Australian Division, he strengthened research, prevention programs and community engagement, ensuring the organisation's lasting impact on the nation's heart health. A central achievement of his leadership was the expansion of the TIC program, guiding consumers towards healthier food choices while encouraging industry to meet rigorous nutritional standards. Beyond Australia, he has contributed to global cardiovascular initiatives through board roles with the World Heart Federation and the Asia Pacific Heart Network, helping shape nutrition and public health policy internationally. Mr. Wallace has also applied his expertise across regional development, management consulting and philanthropy, supporting stronger and more connected communities. He has been a visible and committed presence in his local community, contributing to support, sport and social life through leadership roles with the Hamilton Football Club, including as President, Treasurer, Board Member and Life Member. Mr. Peter Charles Wallace. Mr. Ronald Craig Warman is recognised for service to Australian rules football and the community. Mr. Warman has profoundly shaped South Australia's football community through his commitment to inclusion, opportunity and resilience, leaving a lasting legacy. A former player, coach, secretary, treasurer and current life member of O'Sullivan Beach Football Club, he has supported player development and fostered a strong community culture. In 2001, he joined the Southern Football League board and became president in 2006. During his 20-year presidency, Mr. Warman oversaw the relocation of the league's headquarters and grand final to South Adelaide Football Club. He also welcomed Ironbank Cherry Gardens to the league, restoring a 10-team competition, reintroduced interleague matches, and championed women's and junior girls competitions, introducing a blue card system to ensure safety and inclusivity. During his 39-year career with SAPOL, Mr. Warman teaches young people about road safety and the consequences of unsafe driving. Off the field, he shares his passion for football on Tribe FM and serves as a Think Road Safety and White Ribbon Ambassador, reflecting a lifelong dedication to community service. Mr. Ronald Craig Warman. The late Mr. Archibald Julian Woods is recognised for service to the community of the Yorke Peninsula. His son, Mr. Mark Woods, will accept the award on behalf of the family. The late Mr. Woods is remembered for his hands-on service, steadfast leadership and selfless generosity, leaving an enduring mark on the Yorke Peninsula and a legacy of care, connection and civic responsibility. A devout Catholic, Mr. Woods' commitment to service began in his youth and continued throughout his life. He was a devoted member of the St. Vincent de Paul Society for more than 30 years, remaining active until the age of 95. He was a founding member and first secretary of the Yorktown Conference, providing vital local support to people in need while strengthening community connections. Later, he served as Treasurer and President, providing trusted leadership that sustained the conference's support for vulnerable people. From the mid-1980s, he personally collected clothing from parish bins in Yorktown and Milne, delivering it to the Maitland Vinnie's shop to support the local community. He also had a long involvement with the St. Columbia Catholic Church, mentoring altar boys and contributing as a member of the parish council. The late Mr. Archibald Julian Woods. Your Excellency, that concludes the presentations for this morning.
Thank you, Official Secretary. Well, look, I'm sure you'll all agree, wasn't that wonderful? Just to hear what enthuses people, what inspires them, what they do with their talents beyond the area that they might have been trained in or are working in. And of course, I have the privilege of standing at the front. My eye, of course, is on the recipient, but I also catch a glimpse of your reactions as citations are read out. So let's join together and give them all one more round of applause. Congratulations.
If you are able, can I ask you please be upstanding for the departure of Her Excellency, Mr. Bunton, and the official party. Can I ask the recipients to remain in the room for the official photograph, please, and for guests to join Her Excellency and Mr. Bunton in the drawing rooms for morning tea. Thank you very much.